Right, you guys, hi, good morning. Thanks for joining me. My name is Leilana. This is going to be a 45-minute rise and shine flow, which means that it's beginner friendly. We're gonna go a little bit slower today, really get into all the nooks and crannies of our bodies so that we can shake off our sleep and get ready for our day. So all you'll need today is a space where you can lay out eventually. You don't necessarily need a mat if you don't have one. You can always use a towel or just rest on your carpet if you have that. And then a couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can always use books or cans, whatever you have lying around. And we'll get started. So find a comfortable seat. For me, that's crossed legs. For you, it might be something different. So you find what works for your body. And we'll take a couple of moments to start to connect to our inner space. If you want to close your eyes for that, you can do that, or keep your eyes open, but soften your gaze and find a point to stare at ahead of you, somewhere on the ground or maybe on the wall. All right, so close your eyes or keep your eyes open. Start to lengthen through your spine. And maybe you take an inhale through your nose. And open your mouth, let it go. Again, inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Let the shoulders drop. One more time, inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. Bring the lips together and start to take the breath in and out through your nose. It's not necessary to change the breath at all. You can stay with your natural breath, that's fine, but just bring some more intention into every breath that you take. The breath is so interesting because it happens automatically without us thinking. But we can also control it. So bring your attention to your breath. Maybe it feels good to deepen it. Maybe it feels good to lengthen it. Or you just simply notice that you're breathing. Keep your hands where they are, or maybe take your hands in prayer in front of your heart. Set an intention for the next 45 minutes. The easiest way for me to explain this is our intentions are like the address you plug into your GPS. You're deciding where you want to go. You're deciding where you want to focus your energy. And then whatever you call in for yourself, can you maybe think of somebody else who might benefit from your intention? Can you share it? Take one more breath here. Bring your hands back down towards your knees. You can keep your eyes closed here if you would like. We'll start with some gentle head rotations. We're taking half circles with the head. And again, moving nice and slow. We just woke up. We don't want to force the body to do anything too complex yet. This is kind of the exploration phase. What's going on today in your body? Nice and slow. And the next time your head rolls over to your right shoulder, you'll stay there. Take your left fingertips down to the floor to the outside of your left hip. You'll notice here that the stretch across the outer left neck starts to travel down into the shoulder, into the chest a little bit, maybe down through the arm into the fingertips. If you're looking for a little bit more, you might crawl your fingertips out further. Take one more breath. Bring your left hand back to your left knee. Head rolls back towards your chest and then over to the left shoulder, second side. If this is good enough for you, you're more than welcome to stay here or take your right fingertips down to the floor on the outside of your right hip. Deep breaths. Again, you have the option of crawling your fingertips a little bit further, see what you see, feel what you feel. Take one more inhale, one more exhale. Bring your hands back towards your knee, head comes back to center. Reach both of your hands up towards the sky on your inhale breath. Exhale, place your left hand to the floor where it was before, and then start to stretch your torso over to the left. So it's a lateral stretch. You're going to keep pressing your right hip down into the floor and extend out through your right fingertips. You're going to bring some movement into this. Take an inhale, and then exhale, begin to twist the chest towards the left knee. Inhale, lift the right shoulder back up towards the sky, and then exhale, start to twist it down. Inhale, open. Exhale, close, twist. Two more. Last one. Now come back to center. Take one more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Inhale, come back to center. Right away, right hand lands on the floor, left hand to the sky. Exhale over to your right. It's very tempting to want to go to your deepest expression of this. But, take your time. There's a lot of different sensations that you can feel at different depths of the posture. So be curious. What else is there to see? One more inhale here. As we exhale, we'll start to move, twist the heart towards the right knee. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, come back to center. Take one last breath here. Press that left hip down. And then back to center, inhale. Go ahead, sit up tall, take a moment. Notice the two sides of the body. And we'll find our way to a child's pose. Come onto your hands and knees. Bring your big toes together, widen your knees about as wide as your mat, and then sit your hips towards your heels. Lower your forehead down towards the floor. The arms can be out extended to the front of the mat, or you can take your arms alongside your legs with the palms facing up, shoulders hanging down towards the mat. We got 3 deep breaths here. Take your time, no rush. On your next inhale breath, start to draw the heart forward, come into a tabletop position. Bring your knees underneath your hips, your wrists underneath your shoulders. All right, we're gonna get into the spine a little bit more. Press your belly down towards the floor, lift your heart, lift your gaze on your inhale. And then exhale, round your back, chin towards your chest. Inhale, press the belly down, Heart reaches forward, gaze up. Exhale, round. Tuck your chin. Draw your belly button up into your spine. Inhale, belly down, heart lifts. This is cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Moo. Exhale, cat. Meow. Do that 2 more times. You can add the animal noises if you'd like. Last one. Come back to center. Walk your hands out a little bit further forward so that you're in more of a modified plank position. Not going into plank quite yet. I want you to take your hips over to your right wrist, your left wrist, and then back towards your left heel and your right heel. So making circles with the pelvis. The way the breath is going to work, you're going to inhale as your hips come forward, exhale as your hips swing back. Do this one more time. And we always got to do second side. So let's reverse this. Left wrist, right heel, left heel. Big circles. One more rotation. Now come back to center. Walk your hands back so that they're underneath your shoulders. Extend your right leg behind you. And when I say extended, I don't mean it's just hanging off the hip. It's strong. So press out through your right heels if you're pressing your heel into the wall. And drop your right hip down towards the floor. You want evenness through your pelvis. Rather than this, we got the toes pointing straight down. Draw the belly in. A lot of the weight is shifting into your left hand and your left foot, or excuse me, your left knee. So bring your weight back into your right hand. Yeah, you'll notice the core start to heat up a little bit more. Keep stretching that heel back. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, draw your right knee towards your chin. And now I didn't say chin towards your knee, right? We like to lean back and kind of take the chin to the knee. Can you shift your weight forward still? Keep leaning into your right arm. Take the knee towards your chin. Squeeze it up. Good. Keep breathing. Keep drawing your right heel towards your right butt cheek. Press the floor away from you. We got 3 more breaths here. You got it. Shaking is okay. We're starting to heat up the body. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Excellent. Extend your right leg back. And then bend your right knee so the heel is up towards the sky. We'll draw some circles with the right knee. And again, we'll be doing both directions, so don't worry about which way your knee is rotating right now. And it's less about the mobility of the knee than it is about the top of the right thigh moving around in your hip socket. Reverse your rotation. Keep shifting your weight into your right arm if you can. And then extend your right leg back, take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze your right knee towards your chin again, strong belly. Step your right foot forward towards your right thumb. Let's heel toe the right foot out so that both of the hands are to the inside of the right foot. We're going to find that pelvis rotation again. So swinging the hips around, drawing a circle. Maybe it's more like an oval or a square or a triangle. All right, reverse your rotation. Finish up this last one. Come to center, heel toe your right foot back in. So now it's in line with your right hip. And if you might imagine, there's a line drawn on the center of your mat. Your right foot is to the right side of that center line. Okay. Keep your left hand down. You might take your block here underneath your left hand. And start to reach your right hand up towards the sky. So the torso is now twisting towards your right leg. All right, reach your right hand behind you. You might follow your right thumb with your gaze. Inhale, sweep your right fingertips down, forward, and then up. As you exhale, you're twisting, looking back. Inhale, sweeping it down and forward. Exhale, look back. 3 more. 2 more. We have our last one. Now we'll stay here, right hand reaching behind you. Again, you can look back at your right thumb, but if that doesn't feel good for your neck, look forward, look to your right or look forward. You can stay here. Maybe you bend your left knee, try to reach for your foot. Maybe you do grab your foot, take a bit of a quad stretch. 3 deep breaths. Last breath. Lower your right hand back down towards the floor. All right, slide your right leg back. Right knee meets the left knee. Shake this out by shifting the hips left to right, or maybe take a couple rounds of meow and moo, cat and cow. And we'll go into second side. Extend your left leg behind you. Again, the leg is strong, the leg is enthusiastic about being lifted in the air. Actually, if you don't activate the leg is much heavier than it is when it's strong. So really squeeze all the muscles to the bone, and then draw the belly in, shift the weight into the left hand. Don't be afraid to work. It's okay to feel challenged. That's really why we do this. We get ourselves into these challenging postures, challenging situations, so that we start to develop some resilience, so that when we are off our mat and we're experiencing something challenging, we've already practiced, right? We've already practiced being present. We already know that we can get through it. So take a deep breath in here, and then exhale, draw your knee towards your chin. Rather than your chin to your knee, knee towards your chin. Shift your weight forward, weight into the left hand. Keep drawing your left knee up higher. Keep drawing your left heel up higher. Good. And then with all that, we breathe. Breathe. 3 more breaths. Last breath. Good. Extend your left leg back. Bend your left knee and start to draw some circles over on the left side with your left knee. It's very common for the 2 sides to be different. So if you can't take as big as circles on this side, and just notice that. Don't judge it. Just notice. Stay curious. And then reverse. Reverse your rotation. Lengthen your left leg back on your inhale. Exhale, draw your left knee towards your chin, and then step your left foot forward. You can always use your left hand to scoot that leg up if you need. Heel toe the left foot out, hands to the inside of your left foot, and we'll begin our hip circles. Nice and slow. All right, reverse this rotation. Come back to center. Heel toe your left foot back in. Now your foot is on the left side of your center line. Foot in line with the hip. Right hand to the earth, or right hand to your block. Lift your left hand up towards the sky. Keep reaching the crown of the head forward. And press your right hand down into the floor, into your block. So you're not sinking into your right shoulder at all. You're pressing away. This arm is active. Reach your left hand behind you as you exhale. Inhale, sweep the hand forward and up. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back. 3 more. 2. And 1. All right, either stay here in this twist, left hand reaching back. You can bend your right knee, try to reach for your right foot. Maybe you get a hold of it. Take 3 more breaths. Nice and slow, like you never want it to end. 1 more. Lower your left hand back down to the floor. Good. Slide your left leg back. Come back into a tabletop position. Shift your hips around. Shake that out. Cat and cows if you'd like. And then you'll tuck your toes under. Start to lift your hips up towards the back of your mat. And then walk your feet towards your hands. Bring your feet hips distance apart. You can always measure 2 fists in between the feet to make sure. Or it's about as wide as your head. Bend your knees a lot. Let your belly rest on your thighs. And then allow the head, the weight of the head, to hang down towards the floor. Hands can stay on the floor, on your blocks. Maybe you wrap your forearms together, grabbing for opposite elbows. Maybe you interlace the fingers behind the head, right at the base of the head. You can always add a sway left to right. And then release the arms, heel toe the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins or the tops of your thighs. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, press into your feet, stand up, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge at your hips and fold. Hands to your shins or thighs, halfway lift. Bend your knees, plant your hands down, step your right foot back, and then your left foot. Lower your knees so that they're behind the hips, weight forward into the arms, inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows halfway, hold it there. Take a breath. Keep reaching your heart forward, and then lower all the way down. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Inhale, lift your heart using the strength of your back. Lower your heart back down. Press up, tabletop position or modified plank. Tuck your toes under. Draw your hips back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deeper breath out. Look forward. Walk your feet towards your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, stand straight up. Reach your hands to the sky. Try not to touch your clothes. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Bend your knees. Plant your hands, step your left foot back, and then your right foot. You can choose to lower your knees here in plank or keep them lifted. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower halfway. 1 breath. Lower all the way down. Inhale, heart lifts. Legs active behind you. Lower your chest back down. Inhale, press up, tabletop, modified or high plank. Hips back, downward dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. Look forward. Walk to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Stand up, reach your hands to the sky. Fold right back down, last round. Sun salutation A, inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees, plant your hands, right foot back and then left foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower halfway, pause. 1 breath. Lower all the way down. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, heart lowers. Inhale, press up. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Look forward. Step forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release your arms by your sides. Take a drink of water. Adjust what you need to adjust. We're going to get back into it. Hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step your left foot back, and then your right foot back, and then lower your knees down to the floor, tabletop position. Extend your right leg behind you. Exhale, draw your right knee towards your chin. Weight forward into your arms. Step your right foot through. Good. Now hands to the blocks here, if you need. Or you can take your hands to the top of your right thigh. Or you can take your hands up towards the sky. Good. If you're looking for more of an intermediate version of this lunge, you're more than welcome to tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee off of the floor, and then same thing, same options with the hands. Wherever you are, come back to your breath. Now we'll all take our hands to our hearts, whether your back knee is lifted or not. Inhale here. As you exhale, start to tilt your torso forward. So the crown of the head is more at a diagonal now. Draw the belly in. Hands can stay here at the heart. Or you might inhale, reach your hands forward. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands forward. Hands to the heart. We got two more. You might be here. Hands forward. Hands to the heart. Keep drawing the belly in. Hands forward. Hands back to the heart. Hands forward. Now stay here. Keep hugging your biceps, the upper arms towards your ears. One more breath. And then lower your hands back down to the floor. Lower your left knee to the floor. Slide your right knee to meet your left. Good. Extend your left leg behind you on your inhale. Left knee towards your chin. We're going to second side right away. Step your left foot forward. Good. Find your expression of this pose. So either hands on blocks, on the floor, hands on your knee, hands to the sky, right knee down, or right knee starts to lift off the ground. If you are choosing to lift your right leg, it's the same thing as we were doing when we were extending our leg back in tabletop. This back leg is strong. You're pressing into your right heel. All right, hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, start to tilt forward. Draw that left hip back. Keep wrapping the right hip forward. You can stay here, hands at the heart. Or inhale, hands forward. Exhale, hands to the heart. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. You got it. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. We're in it together. And then reach your hands forward. Pause here. This is optional. Remember, if it's kind of taking you away from your breath, bring your hands back to your heart or down to the floor. 1 more breath. And then lower your hands down. Lower your right knee down if it's lifted. Tabletop position, knees together. Shift your hips left to right. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips behind you, downward dog. Look forward. Step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come to stand, hands reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. I'm going to turn to face you for this one. You're going to go parallel to the long edge of your mat. So you're turning. Widen your legs and bend your knees a couple of times to measure the point where your knee stacks over your ankle. Your toes are kind of pointing out a little bit. And your knees are tracking your toes. If we were in ballet class, this is second position. Okay? So knees tracking the toes, you're pressing the knees out, away from center. And you start to bend your knees. Lower your hips, we're gonna stay here. You can take your hands to your hips, you can take your hands to the tops of your thighs. Maybe you take the full goddess pose with the arms in a cactus. God or goddess. Or in between, whatever you are. All right, keep pressing the shins out away from center. Keep pressing the heels down into the floor. And as that heat starts to build, as it gets tough, you come back to your breath and you try to self-regulate your nervous system by slowing down those exhales. One more breath. All right, hands to the tops of the thighs. Inhale, sit up tall. As you exhale, drop your left shoulder down towards the floor. So we're coming into a bit of a twist here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right shoulder down. Inhale back to center. Find your arm position. Reach up towards the sky, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Cactus the arms or hands to the hips or the thighs. Straighten it out. And bend. And up. And bend. 2 more. Last one, take your time. Good. Inhale, reach up. Turn your toes so that they're at 12 o'clock now. They're pointing straight ahead. Take your hands to your hips. Sit up really tall. And then as you exhale, fold the heart forward. Between the legs, you can always use your blocks here, your props here to support you. You might lower your hands down to the floor. You can take a bend to the knees if the hamstrings are tight. One more breath. Press your hands down into the floor to your blocks, halfway lift. Bend to your knees slightly, take your hands to your hips. Press into your heels, stand all the way back up. Excellent job. All right, heel toe the feet together. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Feet together, arms along your sides. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step your feet back, plank position. Lower your knees down to the floor. Drop your hips to either side, swing your legs around. All right, so feet are in front of you. You're gonna cross your left ankle over your right knee. So you might straighten your right leg to get that cross, or just swing it over. And then take your hands behind you. You can stay here, or maybe bend your right knee, planting your right foot into the floor. To deepen this, you can bring your left leg as close as you would like towards your chest. Rather than rounding your spine here, you're pressing your heart towards your shin, flexing your left foot. You might close your eyes, you might keep your eyes open. But what I invite you to do is pay attention to the sensations that are happening within you. Use your breath to explore those areas that are feeling tight or resistant. And then see how much you can soften. Could be your face, could be your shoulders, could be the area of tension that you've noticed. One more breath. Slide your right leg out, release your left leg. I'm gonna go second side, right ankle over the left knee, figure 4 shape. More than welcome to stay here or start to press your left foot into the floor. Heart is lifting. Deep breaths. Sometimes it's hard for us to soften. I know for me personally, I have like the personality where I am very forceful. Like when I want something, I want it and I go get it. I'm very headstrong. And so some days it's really hard for me to soften. The point is to notice that stuff more than to get it to soften. That will come with time. We first have to become aware of what it is that we need to work on, and that's a big step. So today you're feeling really tense. It's all good. Just notice it. One more breath. And release your right foot. We'll take the bottoms of the feet together. Knees are bent and spreading out away from center. Hands to the ankles or maybe to the feet, sit up tall. As you exhale, begin to fold forward towards your feet. You're trying to reach your heart towards the bottoms of your feet. Last 3 breaths. This is called Cobbler's Pose, Baddha Konasana. Last breath. Slowly inhale, come back up. Take your hands to the outsides of your knees. Use your arms to close your knees together. Lengthen your legs out. You can take your hands behind you to do this or reach your hands out in front of you. Nice and slow, lower down all the way to the floor. As you're lowering, see if you can feel each bone in the spine as it touches the ground. Once you're down, draw your knees up into your chest. Maybe sway left to right. Keep your right knee hugged in, lengthen your left leg out. Place the bottom of your right foot to the top of your left thigh. Reach your right arm out to the right, and we'll twist. Exhale, drop your right knee to the left. Maybe as you're here, you think about the intention you set for this time. You can decide if it's something you carry along with you throughout your day. Is it relevant? Inhale back to center. Switch legs. Left knee in, right leg out. Lower your left foot to the top of your right thigh. Left arm reaches out. Exhale, twist. Maybe you think of the person that came up for you in the beginning when you're setting your intention. Come back to center. Hips in line with the shoulders. Draw your knees up into your chest one more time. Widen your knees so they're out towards your armpits. Point your heels to the sky. You might grab the inner or the outer edges of the feet, the ankles, the calves, the thighs, whatever there is to grab, get a hold. And you want your lower back down onto the floor. So if grabbing your feet means that you've hugged your pelvis up, grab something a little bit lower. Keep the lower back down onto the floor. You want the entire length of the spine in contact with the mat. And then lower your feet. Slide your legs out. Adjust what you need to adjust. so that you feel completely relaxed and comfortable. Maybe not relaxed, but comfortable enough that you can be here for a couple minutes. If it's difficult on your lower back to straighten out your legs, you can take a pillow or a blanket or your blocks underneath your knees. Now inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Inhale through your nose. And soft your breath out, let it go. Last one, inhale through your nose. And the softest breath out, let it go. Return to your natural breath. Keep coming back to your breath as many times as you need. I know it's really distracting practicing at home, if you are at home. So many things that you could be doing, but remind yourself that you've committed your time to be here, to be on your mat, to find some relaxation. There's enough time for it all. Take a couple more breaths here. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Inhale into both of your hands. Fill up with breath, with prana, with life. And then open your mouth, let it go, share it. And stay on your back for a couple more breaths or roll to either side. Rest in a fetal position. Your next inhale, press yourself up to come to seated. And take your hands on your knees and your lap or at your heart center. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy, healthy, and free. May all of our thoughts, actions, and speech contribute to that happiness, health, and freedom. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. Be well and have a wonderful day. Namaste.